And
hello, class. So I'm a little bit under the weather, so I decided to make a video of my envisioned classroom. Instead of just showing you, I wanted to show you. So of course I have the whiteboard with Mr. T's classroom on it. One day it's gonna happen. So the first thing I had on there is I want to talk about where the students will be sitting. I want them sitting in rows of 4, where they're all partnered up together. I thought that would be a better idea because I believe in group work. I believe that students should be able to learn from each other, from their peers, instead of just me standing in front of the classroom talking to them and boring them to death, you know? So, but what's different is I want, they're going to have assigned seats, and every 6 weeks I'm going to change up the seating chart because I feel like some students don't even talk to the other students across the room because they don't ever get to see them. They're sitting with 4 people the whole semester or the whole year, and I think that's unfair. And so I would have them sit in rows of 4s, like I said, because I think it's better. Because with that idea, the students will get to know one another, and that builds a classroom community, and that builds long friendship. And that's what I learned from this semester is that students need to work together more than just the teacher being the dictator of the classroom. And so the next thing I would have is computers. I know my CT has computers in his room, but he rarely uses it, to be honest. And I think now these days students should use technology because they're more aware of it, you know. So instead of just writing a paper, they could type it out. Another thing I would have in my classroom is students' work wall. This is where I would put it next to the chalkboard because I feel like this is where students would be able to show that, understand that I appreciate their hard work, you know. I would want to display their work out to the classroom, so not just for them to see, but to remind them that, you know what, you guys are progressing through the year, and this is your work, you know. Show them that I appreciate it as much as they do. And of course, I have little symbols of windows, because I would assume the windows would be certain places in the classroom, so of course you got to have windows. But another thing I would have is the art center. I wouldn't care what grade level that I'm teaching, even if it's 4th, 5th, 3rd, 1st. I would want them to have art because I feel like that's something that expresses their creativity side. I realized in the classroom I was at this semester, they didn't have an art center, and I would want. Even if it's little as in crayons and markers and some paint, it is still something different for them to be able to express their creative side. So, and of course, I would want, instead of just teacher's desk, to have the students meet at the teacher's desk. Because when I was younger, I was always at the teacher's desk because I was in trouble. Instead of that, I would have a little meeting table where it would just be me and maybe 4 seats depending on who's in my reading group or who I'm teaching. But I would rather discuss what's going on at the meeting table instead of just having them meet at the teacher's desk. Then we'll meet there, we'll see eye to eye. I would hope the table will be on their level because I want it to be as in, I'm not standing over you, I'm sitting with you, looking at you eye to eye, and we'll have our discussion. Another thing I'll have is, I would want to have a discussion rug. This is where all the students will meet. This is the place where if I'm reading them a book, or if they're reading, or if they're doing a teacher-student writing center, this would be where they could read their paper. This is where the students will get to express their creativity side. And I wanted, of course, the one area that we really want to focus on is the library. And I would put this kind of towards the corner because this is where the students would kind of relax. This is where all the books, I would have different genre of books, you know. It wouldn't be just their reading level, but it'd be beyond. We'll have chapter books, picture books, anything. But what's important is also include magazines, something for entertainment for them. And with that, I would have a futon, something they could be comfortable with. If I can't fit a futon into the classroom, I would put maybe bean bags, but something that gets them away from their desks. Something that they could just sit and, hey, this is my relaxed time. So this is how I envision part of my classroom will look like. So as a review, I'll have the whiteboard. I'll have where the students work and what they've done so far. Computers, these will be the windows. The desk will be towards the middle, of course, because I want them to feel included in the classroom, not out here or out here. They're all together. The meeting table, because it's close to where they're sitting at. Then, of course, on the little other corner would be the art center, creativity side. I would want them to have a discussion rug so that we can all discuss as a class, as a team together. A futon, if that's possible. If not, we'll put in the reading center where the bean bags and this is where the students will read and just expand their knowledge and vocabulary. So this is just a little view of how I would set up my classroom. And I'm Mr. T. Thank you.